Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. Yes. Also, it is Friday, so hopefully you all have yourselves a great weekend this weekend, as well as hopefully you had yourselves a great holiday season, a great Christmas holiday, or just a great day if you didn't celebrate anything. Just hopefully you had a great day. But yeah. So, lots to do today. We got a lot of work ahead of us. We need to get this factory, try to get this factory up and running. So all that is left pretty much on this aluminum factory is to get the logistics up and going. That's all. We just need to go to each of the logistics floor, get the logistics going through here in order to do that and whatnot. So yeah, last time we worked on our Christmas factory because since we had unlocked the fireworks, which inside of here, fireworks, we are now full on our fireworks completely, and probably filling up those boxes as well. So, yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right. So yeah, just got lots to do today. Lots of logistics stuff to work out. And then we should hopefully be able to have the factory up and running today. That's my plan. That's my goal. Basically, you got to run our pipes and our belts. Just a huge mess of stuff. Hey, I need that. Sorry, I tried to middle click. I keep forgetting. Like, I always forget that. That middle clicking with the radio will just place it down. Like, no, I need that. Okay. Alright, so I did explain this last time, but just in case you weren't here, this is going to be aluminum, our alumina solution. Just one quick little explanation with this system, how this system works. So you got your alumina solution recipe, but this is the alternate, which uses sloppy alumina, which uses bauxite and water just like the original, but you don't have a byproduct of the silica. So you just get rid of the silica completely out of your system, which is actually really nice. Now, normally, yes, you would use that silica to make aluminum ingots, but we're using the pure aluminum ingot recipe, which is also an alternate, which is one of the best ones there. That's right, you can't type in alternates. Aluminum ingots. So the normal recipe takes silica and scrap to make aluminum ingots, but we're using the pure aluminum ingot, which is just in a smelter rather than a foundry, which takes our aluminum scrap only and turns it directly into aluminum ingots. So yeah, really, really nice. Stupid phlegm. I'm still sick, by the way. Getting better, though. Getting better. Luckily, this sickness didn't last too long. Yeah. It is getting better, but yeah, it's sad. Ended up sick over the holiday season. But yeah, so we take our alumina solution, which goes over here. Alumina solution plus coal, then gets turned into aluminum scrap, and you have a byproduct of water. Too bad there wasn't a pure aluminum scrap recipe. That'd be really cool. I actually don't think there's any alternates for... Is there? Oh, yes, there is. But you always end up with a byproduct of water. Even instant scrap. Ooh. Yeah, that kind of bypasses the need for other stuff. But yeah, there's no aluminum scrap recipe that doesn't have extra water. So you end up with a byproduct of water no matter what. But then we need to do something with that water. You can either package it and sink it, which is a pretty good way of dealing with it, or you can use what I use, which is a feedback system. So we got our alumina solution, which travels this pipe here, goes up into the machine, that plus the coal, then gets turned into aluminum scrap coming out of this hole here and our water. And then our water travels down this pipe and then goes back into the system to make aluminum solution. So the aluminum solution is 200 water per minute. And we're actually, out of this machine that's doing aluminum scrap, we're producing 120. Stupid phlegm. So yeah, and then what we do is from our water source, which could be either a river or a lake or an ocean. In this case, for us, it is a train station. We're going to take a pipe like this, essentially. It's not going to be exactly like this, but we're going to take a pipe like this, stick a pipe on it. Oops. Stick a pipe on it, stick a valve on it. And then take our valve and drop it down to, let's see, that's 120, so it'd be 80. Drop it down to 80, like that. And then as the water's coming in, you want to limit your source, you don't want to limit your machine, because this is a feedback system, a looping system. You don't want any of the machine to clog up on any of the outputs, because if it blocks up on, say, our water, we stop producing aluminum scrap. So then, and if we stop producing, or if we fill up on aluminum scrap, also, we stop using the aluminum solution, which backs up the aluminum solution. Yeah, it's just a system you want to keep flowing at all times. So for this, we use the water that comes out of it, only use a little bit of water from our train station that we need, and then we use we use a sink for the aluminum scrap, essentially. So just sink that. But anyway, yeah, let me go ahead and get some of the belts and the pipes built underneath here, and then we'll figure out, because we need I think we figured out we needed 4 water pipes coming up here, at the very least. So we're going to be working with that, because we need to split these up into 2s, and then we also need to bring. So this is going to be the interesting portion, is how are we going to be bringing up the stuff that we need, you know what I mean? Because we've got aluminum scrap, we got to bring up, or not aluminum scrap, we've got to bring up bauxite, we got to bring up coal, and we've got to bring up water all the way up to the top floor. Which isn't too much of an issue, necessarily, but yeah, we're definitely going to be running stuff up here, so need to figure that out as well today. But we'll start at the top floor, so then stuff starts getting produced, and then we'll worry about all that other stuff later. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. Alright, I'm still working on the logistics, but I decided to change up my plan just a little bit. I'm going to bring the aluminum scrap up rather than down. So I'm bringing it up to this floor up here, which is just above our machines. Obviously, this floor being quite tall, a lot taller than the rest, essentially. So yeah, we got this floor up here. I'm going to actually, because we could end up, we could end up overclocking our aluminum scrap factories, which are 360 already. If we overclock this, look how fast this 720, 900. If I fully overclock this, I can't combine 2 of these machines on a Mark 6 belt, because that's 1200. There's no way. So the best thing I can do is do basically one belt per machine, which basically means one one awesome sink per machine. And then the belts, then I don't have to worry about the belts ever clogging up. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do here. Is we're gonna put in 13 sinks for now, of course, just to get these going. I'm wondering if I can line them up. I'm not really sure. Let's see here. Okay, so these are the aluminum scrap ones. Alright, so they're... Okay. Alright, let's see if we can make that work. We might not be able to do this. Okay, that's center there. And that should be lined up now with that. Yeah, that's perfectly lined up. Okay. Then our next one going to be here. Actually, is that lining up perfectly? That is. That is lining up perfectly. Like, it's just offset enough to be able to make that happen. Let's make sure this is going to be true for all of these, but I'm pretty sure... Oh, that's nice. And it's exactly in the middle of that, so... Oh, yeah. Oops. I guess the only thing I'm worried about is the other side, then. Okay. Yeah, it's the other side. So the other side's gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be close. So it's gonna be, like, right here. Ish. Let's get it centered. Okay, it's centered there. Actually, no, that's fine. Okay, perfect. That should be lined up with this. Which it still is. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. And that's still lined up with that. Yes, it is. Alright. Sweet. I like that. Now then, how far away from the machine do I want to go? Probably want to go right up against it, so... Here, maybe? Let's see. So yeah, we'll have to get rid of all these floor holes here. And all of this. Oh yeah, how are we gonna do that? Because we still need to do the aluminum scrap down underneath. Oh, right. Right. Actually, no, that's still okay. We can still make that work. So yeah, these still needs to go like that, because it's not going directly into... We still need the aluminum scrap. But we are lined up, though, so I guess that works. So then we just have an extra one here. Would that reach? It's like, why is it not snapping? Yeah, that'll reach. Okay. Yeah, that works pretty well. I like that. Putting it like that, and then what we do is we go... There's architecture. Go like this. I got all the pipe work done. I'm still working at the underneath, though. But I was like, we have to worry about the aluminum scrap, how we're going to sink it as well, because we not only got to use it, but if the machines back up the aluminum... the smelters, if the smelters back up, we still need to be able to sink that aluminum scrap so that our... wow, the lumens are going a little bit nutty over there. They don't know what to do. But yeah, we still need to be able to sink it so that it doesn't back up at all. So that's what's going to be interesting here. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that, and then that'll go directly up to the sink. And of course, we need to get power up here as well. So yeah, we'll just run power directly. Oh wait, so the way I'm going to do this one is this one's going to be slightly smaller. It's not going to be smaller on this side, but it's going to be smaller going this way. Because I want these are going to be smokestacks, and I want these smokestacks to be on the outside roof, essentially. Alright, so we'll go ahead and grab this. I think this should work. Right there. Okay, so then in order to make that work, does it have to be... I mean, I could close it up even further, make it even smaller. We're definitely going to need at least 2, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get this done today. It's already taking me hours to do this. It's getting interesting, though. We are getting decent ways. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think we're getting this done today. So the next thing I need to work on, essentially, is to bring belts up this way, as well. I need to bring in the belts that are bringing in the coal and bauxite. So we need 4 belts of coal. From what I'm working out, I'm trying to work it out as if I had everything overclocked, so that when I get the like Mark 6 belts and stuff, that we can actually put Mark 6 belts on it and still make it work correctly. Or if we're at Mark 5, we can overclock it and make that work as well. So yeah, try to make that work that way. And it's very interesting. Definitely very interesting. Oh, the staircase goes forever, doesn't it? We're still not even to the bottom yet. We gotta go all the way down here in order to access the train stations. So yeah, I think we'll get the bauxite, the coal, and the water up and going. And then that'll make the whole system get started. And then the aluminum scrap is already hooked up to the sink, so it could just sink it all as it makes it. So then the system can be going, ready to be hooked up for the next system as well. So at least we'll get part of the factory actually up and going today. And then come Monday, hopefully we'll be able to work on it some more. Now we do have 78 machines to connect, so next time Monday will probably be the smelters, and then finally on Tuesday we'll finally get the aluminum factory actually up and going. It is, it's taking, just with these 26 machines, the foundries, why can't I ever remember the name of those? The refineries, there we go. The refineries doing the aluminum solution and the aluminum scrap has taken me hours already just to make that work. So yeah, very interesting. But yeah, like I said, we need 6 belts of bauxite. Technically we need 7, but we're gonna go with Mark 6 speeds, essentially, or sorry, Mark 5 speeds. So we only need 6 belts, and then maybe later we'll have to add a 7th belt at some point. So in order to get those 6 belts, we're gonna have to make this system work the way we need it to work. So yeah, this whole belt system we've already got here is gonna have to go, and it's gonna have to be Mark 5 as well. Because yeah, we need 6 belts, which is almost all the train stations. Okay. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do then is we'll pull this up to here, probably, huh? Will that even work for the train stations? Like, can we pull a belt past that and it'll work? Yeah, it'll be correct. Okay, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use these. Yeah, it'll be skimming the side of it, but it will work. Put one back. Okay. Of course, we can skip it forward. Let's see something here. Let's try this. Yeah, this will probably make it work better anyway. So if I do that, and then we do this, well, no, that won't work. Ah, freaking lag. No, that won't work. We would have to move it even further. So it'd be like this, and then the top one will go 1, 2, like that. Okay, that should. Yes. Actually, no, that's not even gonna work. That's right. I need to do something even more. I forgot. Okay, so we're gonna have to put, should we use regular splitters or smart splitters? Smart splitters would probably be better. Yeah, because then the machines aren't kind of trying to take. Yeah, let's use smart splitters instead. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is where we're going to need those smart splitters. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, skip 1, 3, 4, skip 1, 5, 6? Yes. That's how we'll do that. Okay. So, smart splitter. Yeah, so it's gonna go like this. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Alright, we might have to do it this way then. Smart splitter. Okay, and then we remove. Whoops! I did that one wrong, didn't I? Screwed it up. Need to get some more AI limiters being made. I need to get a machine that'll make those, even if it's just temporarily. Special, at least the crafting bench will actually make us some. It'll pull from the dimensional depot. Probably make like 20 of them for now. Yeah, that'll probably work. Wow, we haven't done any handcrafting in quite a long time. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to make AI limiters anyway. Isn't it for the electromagnetic control rods or something like that? AI limiters? Man, I can't remember. It has been a while since I've been to this part of the game. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to use smart splitters for everything. for all of these outputs. Okay. So something like that. All right. Then we'll put smart splitters in between there. That'll work for all of them. Even though we don't need smart splitters here, we'll just put them in there anyway. We don't really need that. But basically the idea is to smart split between train stations here. Now there's a reason I'm not using normal splitters, is because if I'm taking from this train station and this train station, but I'm not taking from these just yet, and then all of a sudden I start pulling them with normal splitters, all of a sudden now I'm having the amount, because this is constantly pulling, because remember, you gotta remember the system is constantly running. There is no stopping point, there is no full state, because we're constantly sinking the aluminum scrap. We're even going to be sinking the casings and the sheets once the train stations get full. So using that, we're going to be, we're definitely going to be using it. Constant. There's going to be a constant usage. The system's never going to get full completely. So we have to run this into a state where it'll actually work, function correctly. So staying on this smart splitter, we're going to go center is going to be any, because those are going to go up to the machines. And the left is going to be overflow. So if the machines in front, or if the belt in front of this splitter right here, which goes up to the machines at the very top level, if that's full, it's going to send the overflow to the next train station. So we're going to Control C that. Oops. Control C, Control V. Control V, Control V. Control V, Control V. Control V, Control V. And Control V, Control V. Even though we don't need it. Okay. That's in case I need more belts. I can always pull more if I need to. For any particular reason. If I can split them anyway. Okay, so basically, like I said, the idea is that since the system's going to be constantly pulling bauxite, constantly moving, then it'll only go to the next train station if the belt in front is full, which is going to be very rarely. So that's why I'm pulling from that specifically. Okay, that should take care of that. Of course, we can always do our bauxite color, which is down here. I think I just did bauxite and bauxite, didn't I? Yeah. Bauxite and bauxite. I'm not going to worry about the belts in between the splitters here. Oops, I missed. They're very tiny belts, so. Okay. So that fixes that there. Okay, now, so all I gotta do left is just to bring all of the 6 belts, as well as the belts for coal. I'm gonna at least get this part of the factory running. We'll bring the coal, we gotta bring the coal, the water, and the bauxite all up there, so. Yeah, so looking at the same system, essentially, for all of it, we're gonna be using that, so. Let me get that all done just real quick. Alrighty, that didn't take no time at all. A measly, like, 6 hours. And I'm not joking about that neither. I just looked at the time and went, oh, I've been here for so long. Can't believe it. And even so, it's actually starting to lag when I put stuff down now as well. I have lost my mind. But it is finally just this top section for this factory is finally done. So finally got all the belts and all the pipes. So we've got our coal belts over here going for our aluminum scrap. On this side we got water pipes, and we've got our bauxite going into our machines on this side. Oh man, like I said, I've lost my damn brain, but everything is as it should be. Got our water pipes coming in. The lower section of water pipes, these are all this. So the way this is going to have to work is I'm going to have to let one side completely fill up with like the alumina solution, get that done, let it be made, and then I can then set my start setting my my valves and stuff. Because what's going to end up happening is that if I just let it go, it's going to constantly run out and then gain and run out, and it's never going to catch up to itself. So yeah, there's a lot of water pipes here. There's 12 water pipes in total. For my train stations down below, we've got pumps everywhere, and a little bit of a mess of pipes because there's two. I only have 10 pipes, and I had to split into 12, basically because I wanted each machine to have its own pipe. Because if we do end up overclocking those at some point, they go from needing 200 water to 500 water, which is going to take an entire pipe essentially. Because these pipes are 600, and the machines will take 500 of that, so there's no way you can split it up. So I'm just like, okay, well, we'll just make 12 pipes, even though we only have 10. We'll just make 12. But that's not all. As well as I got all the belts and pipes done, I also put in switches so that we could do this one section at a time. So everything is depowered right now. Let's go ahead and turn on our alumina solution because we need our alumina solution to get made. Yeah, and those are all going to turn on and start being made because they have everything they need. And we're going to do alumina solution 2. So yeah, these machines, each one of these has their own pipe, so it should be almost immediate, yeah. That they get it, because we're not splitting for anything. All these have their own dedicated pipe from the train station, except for those two. Obviously, two of the machines are going to be sharing, but just as long as we get all the pipes going all at once. And there's 13 machines, so I do need to be wary of that one pipe. I think it has its own dedicated. Alright, so now we're full of alumina solution, which is good. Alright, so now that we're full of alumina solution, what we need to do is we need to turn down all of our valves. We need to go, yeah, it's actually starting to take my frame rate as much that is here. There's a lot here, a lot of pipe work and stuff, but yeah, so we got to do, what was it, 80? Yep, so because it's producing 120, and then it's 80, so you got these valves on here. Now these valves would have filled this entire pipe work all the way back to the other machines, so we may have to like drain a section of pipe in order for it to work. What I might do is, can I? Nope, I can't edit this. Okay. So each one of these valves are going to have to be adjusted manually, which is fine. 80. Got to reduce these down to 80. Just in case. Or not just in case, but so that the system doesn't back up on itself. And since we're hooked up to the sink, we're going to know if the system's working correctly pretty darn fast. Some of these machines are still working. I thought they were all done already. Or was I just hearing... Yeah, this machine's still making noise even though it's completely done. Even though it's not able to make any more. That's okay. We got that one set. You can. I love that you can visually see the adjustment. Well, we set these all to 80 because it needs 200, and we're producing 120 back into the loop. So 120 plus 80 is 200. Yeah, the system needs to be just empty enough to not hydrolock. Yeah, like I said, we may have to, like, drain a section of pipe. There we go. Yeah, this one's still working, even though it's not flowing anywhere. So yeah, this valve also keeps the stuff from backlogging into itself for the most part. But yeah, that keeps our main water source locked down, and that's where we need to put the valves. And the reason I have pumps not only over here, but I also have one pump also to keep the water from kind of sloshing in the pipe. Some of these pipes are quite long, but this also keeps pressure. So one pump before each section, that'll keep the pressure up. So, and because I didn't do like a storage system for the water, it's just straight pipe, and it's actually pretty short of a distance. I shouldn't have to worry about sloshing too much or anything like that, or any crazy water pressure. Shouldn't have to put pumps on it or anything. I say shouldn't. We may have to put a valve or whatever, but... Alrighty, let's turn on our aluminum scrap. Watch me blow a fuse. Okay, and yep, you can see the aluminum scrap going up each of the belts, which is in turn going to turn these on. Nice. It's working so far, but that's just because it hasn't filled the system up with water yet. Yeah, so we need to make sure that this does not... I mean, it can fill up with water a little bit, but it could never fully fill. And as long as we get... Yep. As long as we get that going. Now, this would have taken some of this aluminum from it, as it sucks it down. Yeah, it can be completely empty, which is fine. Like I said, just as long as it keeps working, and we get our exact amounts. Now, this may take a minute to show if it's going to work fully or not, but we are now making aluminum scrap. And since we haven't backed up with aluminum scrap yet, considering this produces at 360 a minute, that does mean the sinks upstairs are working. And I bet we'll have, if we go up there, we'll have a spike in points. Well, it won't be too much of a spike, but it'll be a little bit. Okay, we're up to our sinks up here. Oh yeah, actually pretty decent spike. We got 12 tickets in the machine at the moment. Oh my gosh, that actually... We were like averaging around 180,000. Now we're up to 243. We've almost doubled our amount. I mean, technically, we are like sinking. What is it? Let's see. 360 times 13. We are sinking 4,680 aluminum scrap per minute at the moment. So, yeah, that points value is going to go up majorly for a little bit. But yeah, everything seems to be working fine. And I know we're at the end of our episode here, so we need to finish up. But yeah, everything seems to be working good. I guess we'll monitor this as we continue the build. But everything seems to be working like it should. Yep. Which is good. Yeah, see, the feedback system is actually pretty simple, and it shouldn't ever back itself up, as long as it's correct. Which it does look like it is. All of these machines are working just as they should. Because you remember, the pipe underneath this machine was completely full, because there was no system to keep it from going backwards when we pumped it in. But it is working perfectly. I mean, we could probably technically put a valve on it to keep the main water from filling back in, but it's never going to be able to do that because it's only pushing 80, so it's never going to be able to fully fill that pipe anyway. As long as these machines are getting the water they need, which it looks like they are. As long as they hit 50 before it hits the next round. Yep. See what's happening now, there's a little bit of an air gap in there. You can kind of see it, like the water fills in. So when it takes, the water fills in, the main water fills in, and then the machine right at the end there. Sometimes. No? Is this one of the end ones? I can't remember which end. We'll check both ends, I suppose. Yeah, everything, like I said, everything looks like it's working well, so... with that, and I finally lost my brain. Yeah, this one's doing it. Oh, sometimes. Yeah, seems to be... There's a little bit left, and then it fills right in right as it... Yeah, it's just enough for the most part, which is good. Just as long as it stays full. And it's always producing, because these numbers for the Illumina solution, the numbers are perfect. We're producing 240 and we need 240, so this always has to get full. Yep. Perfect. Alrighty. With that working, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. I'm going to have to put off my Planet Coaster 2 this week because, yeah, like I said, I'm still sick, and yeah, it's starting to hit me pretty hard here. I've been here for over 6 hours. Yeah, this video is going to be going out late looking at the time. We'll see, though. We'll see how fast my internet uploads it, and how fast I can get the editing process done. Usually takes me a few hours. Yeah, so probably going to put off my Planet Coaster 2 stuff this week, but the ending to that vote for that Assassin's Creed game does end today, so make sure you go and vote for that if you're interested. The poll will tell you all the stuff you need to know, but just so you know, the vote does end today, so at the end of today, it's going to be the end of that. So anyway, like I said, though, with everything working here as it should, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So yeah, next time we're going to be doing more logistics, of course, for our aluminum ingots and our copper ingots. That's going to be a lot of work too, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be it, as I've said multiple times now. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.